Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole Frolic of Inflexible Me, and I'm going to be giving you guys your November energy reading using my crystal card deck. Just want to say welcome to all my new subscribers and welcome back to all of you who stayed around for the long haul. I'm just going to go straight into it right now. I just want to know how you guys are doing. I've been doing pretty good. The only thing I've really noticed over the last, I guess through the month of October, especially towards the end, was a lot of insomnia, really trouble sleeping at night, but having very interesting dreams at the same time. Lots of downloads and really vivid dreams. So I'm wondering if you guys are experiencing any of that as well. So I've already connected with my angels, guides, the crystal kingdom, as well as my higher self, asking for guidance for this month of November. And that the information coming through, got our first card already, is to the highest good of all who are going to watch this video. And we have Chakra, individualization. I love this card. This is actually one of my favorite cards. Okay, individualization. So this is all about kind of the next one, standing up for what you believe in, true self-reflection, Obsidian. Okay, individualization, true self-reflection. Something tells me this month energies are going to be very going inwards. A lot of inner work here. Not that any month isn't about inner work, but I feel like there's so much energy coming in that we have so much to process, like so much processing, as well as releasing. So much stuff's coming up from the past that, here's the other one. Black tourmaline, protection. Huh. Okay. Let me sit with these cards for just a moment and I'll be right back. Okay. Wow, this is a really amazing reading for this month, and I resonate with it so much. And I mean, okay, usually when I read these cards, we kind of see where we're at, the current energy. The first card is the current energy. The second is kind of the healing path. And the third is the outcome. But I don't feel like that's what these cards are telling us today. I feel, in fact, all three cards are so supportive of what's going on. And the message is very clear. So with Chakra, now, Chakra, very purple stone, crown chakra, individualization. There is a major message here for us, especially for the new earth, that we're all, new earth is created within us first so that we can project that out into our reality. Remember, everything in our outside is a mirror of what's going on within us. So when we create that fifth dimensional energy within ourselves, when we come from the heart structure, we can project that out into our world, and that is how we assist in Gaia ascending into 5D. So I want to read this message because this is actually a message from the crystal itself, and I think it's so important right now to read it. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Let us embrace all that your world offers, melt the bonds of the inner eye, and wipe away her violet tears. For today, in my frequency, you will know your gifts and evolve into your potential. Feel snow fall upon and around you. Follow the white tiger, Ruby's younger sister, to the starry gateways of Cetus. I wait to open the door. Individualized spark of universal mind. Feel your fire burn bright. Link all that you are into unconditional love and enter into action. The time has come to accept your part in the creation of the new earth and journey into oneness. I will await you at your home within your heart. So I'm really feeling like this month of November is a huge call upon all the light workers to really go into our hearts, to really open up and bring forth that energy, to not only anchor it, but live it, because there's a call to action here with Charoite. Now, the individualization aspect is very important because for many of us, including myself, we've lived a life that is for others. We haven't really come into our own. And now many of us are really feeling that call. Some of us are already walking that walk. Some of us are already in that transition phase. And some of us are realizing that the way we're living our life is not the way that we're meant to be living it, and that it's other people's dreams, not what we really dream for ourselves or what we know is our true calling. And so Charoite is telling us that no matter where you are on that part of the journey, is that this month in particular is very important to take action into walking the walk of your individualization. And you know, though, this is very important. This is why the other two stones have come up. Know that you're going to be challenged this month. You're going to be challenged on who you are and your truth. There are going to be many elements. And when I talk about elements, I'm talking about all facets. So there are going to be elements from your family. There are going to be elements from your friends and coworkers around you. And there's going to be elements from the unseen. They're trying to challenge you in a way that will shift you back into the perception of what the world wants you to be, and not how you truly know in your heart who you are. So this month is very important to go within and find that space of that space of the void between the two polarities. When you go into your meditation and you find that balance between your masculine and feminine, you find the balance between the left and the right, the dark and the light, and you really center yourself within that void, because in that void is where divine spark resides. That's where the divine connection is, because there is no duality there. And in that space, you're going to find your purpose. You're going to find your mission. The mission is going to become very clear to you. Certain steps of action this month are going to become very clear to you. This stone is also very powerful in bringing visions forth. So going into this void will allow those visions to come forth for you. And also, interestingly enough, this stone is very powerful for insomnia. And didn't I just say at the beginning of this reading that I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping? And now, so Charoite is also, what the message that I'm getting for that is that this will aid us in, if you want to go out and buy Charoite to assist you in the insomnia. It's a great stone. It's the most in fact, it's the most powerful stone for insomnia healing. Now, I also feel like this is telling us that the energy on the astral plane is going to be very active for us. So even though there's insomnia, I don't know if any of you guys have been feeling this, because this happened to me over the weekend. But I'm not fully, when I say I'm having insomnia, it's not that I'm completely wide awake and I'm looking at my ceiling. I'm in this middle state of like, I'm kind of sleeping, but I'm really aware still of what's in my, like, of this world. And I'm getting all these messages and downloads. Like, for instance, over the weekend, I must have been awake for hours, but at the same time, I felt like I was in partial sleep because I kept seeing the periodic table, and I was being shown the periodic table and all the elements of it. And I was being shown codes and answers. And like, there was all this connection between the periodic table that was coming in as downloads. And so I feel like this month of November is going to be very important to really tune in through the crown chakra to our to the astral plane, whether you're consciously going through the astral plane or unconsciously on the astral plane. So very important stuff. So really cool. Now, and this is all part of assisting in 5D birthing, all assisting in helping to project that reality, assisting the collective in raising the frequency, assisting the collective in moving into fifth dimension. So this is a really powerful month, guys. Very, very powerful month. And I'm not surprised. Now, very interesting messages coming through with this one, Obsidian. So Obsidian is true self-reflection, which goes in hand with individualization, because the only way that we really truly know who we are is when we go in to reflect. And we have to be able to look at our shadow selves. Obsidian comes up when there's something going on within us that we're not able to see or we're unwilling to see. And I've been feeling that myself. I know there's something going on within me that I'm not looking at, or I'm not able to see it. And part of me is unwilling, like I'm not ready to see it. And part of me like really wants to see it. So it's kind of like this, I'm feeling like this push pull going on within me of really wanting to go in deep and figure out what this is. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I really want to deal with it just yet. So I don't know if any of you guys are going through that, but this card's coming up for that. Now, Obsidian is volcanic glass. And it's formed in the last stages of a volcanic eruption. So I'm wondering if this card is also coming out to let us know that there might be some volcanic activity this month. And that that is going to be mirroring, again, true self-reflection, very, very important here to really, really remember, guys, that everything that's going on within us will be mirrors outside of us. So we're purging a lot, which means Mother Earth is going to be purging a lot. And so volcanic eruptions make a lot of sense. So be on the lookout for the month of November for some eruptions through volcanic activity. Now, remember with Obsidian in true self-reflection, that when we can go into those parts that we're not willing to see just yet, or we're not able to see, maybe the clarity will come through this month. This is very powerful stuff in us understanding our truth. And always move through this true self-reflection with compassion and love and forgiveness. Very important to always bring those components in. Now, the last card, Black Tourmaline, Protection. Again, you're going to be challenged this month. You're going to be challenged on who you are. You're going to be challenged on your beliefs. You're going to be challenged on the truths that you speak. And you're going to be challenged on the way that you want to live your life this month. So protection of yourself from anything that's going to kind of try to disrupt you from walking your path. Protection, and that goes on all levels. So I'm going to say that there's so much going on in the world right now on the world stage. Like there's so much, and there's so much polarity out there. No matter whether your beliefs are more left-leaning, right-leaning, I'm going to say this is a message that I'm really picking up strong, and I know it's going to be hard because there's so much going on this month, but really try to detach yourself from what's going on out there, because I'm feeling like it's going to be part of the distraction of us going inward and really discovering our truth, as well as that call to action to walk our truth. And that we may get caught up in arguments that are meant to pull us away, that may get our energy all toiled up in the 3D. And that's not our job this month. Our job this month is to really project the 5D out there. So I'm just going to say that might be something, if any of you out there find that you're really passionate about that stuff, as I am, I know myself, I am. And because, you know, when you're a truth seeker, you just want the truth to be heard and all of that, in whatever way that you see the truth to be. But it's something, actually a message that I know has been coming in for the last 2 months for me. And I've kind of been listening, but kind of not, because it's hard. It's hard to pull away sometimes when you really want to know what's going on. And I'm feeling, though, that this month it's going to be a very important month to not let anything negative, in whatever format it's going to come in, disrupt and distract you from your real mission, which is coming through Charoite and individualization, of putting into action all that you are, all that you are meant to be at this time. And also with Charoite, your gifts are very are really going to be shining through this month. So, you know, over the summer we had the eclipses and the Lion's Gate, and all these gifts started getting downloaded. And, you know, I talked about in September how they're really coming online. And I feel like this month too is really putting into action those gifts and really strengthening them even more. So, and that perhaps more has come in since then through the October energy. So this is a huge month, guys, huge, huge month. So it's kind of interesting because there's a huge call to action here, but the call to action is not just in the projection of walking the walk through the heart, through your 5D, but also going deep, 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 deep within. So we go and we unearth this shadow self that we're not looking at, whatever it is that's within us that is we're not willing to see just yet. We really got to go deep and connect with it and bring it forth into the light so that we can understand it and love it and release it if it's no longer serving us any longer. So huge month, huge, huge month. And it's really beautiful. So very exciting. So that's November energy, guys. Now for my winner of my crystal card reading giveaway, because I do give away a crystal card reading to someone every month if you're on my email list, and the winner is Jonathan Crown. So Jonathan, I'll be sending you an email this month to offer you your reading. And if any of you are interested in a reading, I've got a link in the description below if you would like your own personal reading, or if you want to be entered into the contest, just sign up for my newsletter at inflexibleme.com, and anyone who's on that newsletter is always instantly entered to win each month. I also, stay tuned, because I'm going to be releasing my tarot readings, which is a new thing to my channel. Those are coming out for the first half of November. I'll be releasing those hopefully the same day as today. And yeah, if you want your own tarot reading, I'll put all that information in the description below as well. So guys, oh wow, so important. If there's any advice that I can give you that I've experienced myself when you're really trying to step into your individualization and understanding the beautiful divine spark of your own individual spirit that is collectively working with all that is, compassion is probably your best friend. Compassion, not just for yourself, but for all the others that are going to be challenging you. Because remember that it's a very difficult energy for those to accept when it's something that they've known their whole life. So you remember this, that you have been a certain way your whole life, or you at least have been perceived in a certain way your whole life. And when you start to step into your true self, the person that you know you really are, and it's in contrast to what people understand you to be, it's very difficult for them. And that's what kind of sparks this this challenging. And there's lessons to be learned on both sides here, for not just yourself, but for them. So have compassion, because this is part of the rebirthing process. This is part of moving into 5D, in that we show compassion for self, we show compassion for others. And if there's a way that you can honor yourself while honoring them, then you are truly, truly exercising that beautiful hologram projection of 5D. So kudos to you if you're doing that, and kudos to all of you if you try, because that's how we do this, right? We try, we keep trying over and over and over again. We don't always get it right, but you know, we learn from our mistakes and we keep at it. So I love you all, beautiful light workers. Make this month great. And I mean, 2019 is just around the corner. So I love you all. Have a wonderful month of November, and I'll be back with you all soon.